Yo, what's up? This is the first podcast that I'm trying to create, and I'm going to call it Just Talk because of its simplicity and it literally describes what I'm doing, which is talking. And talking isn't really that hard, right? And also, due to the lack of my creativity, I'll just stick to this because my brain is currently being replete with thoughts and philosophical ideas about life, and I don't know, it's just empty and it's pretty constrained right now, and I cannot find something more sophisticated or fun to replace Just Talk. So I'll just call it Just Talk. Yeah. Okay. So I'm Nose Host Goals, the coolest name, rhyming three times more than a name. Imagine J, right? J. There's no rhyming unless you say, hey, J, but that's still rhyming twice. So I win. That's how good Nose Host Goes is. Okay, joking aside, I guess this is just a platform for me to express my thoughts because I'm very opinionated and I need to express my view, and you need to digest every single one of it. However, I do not have any followers right now, so I guess this is a good thing because I can just talk more freely, assuming that no one's going to listen to this anyways, and I'm going to just have fun. So, what I aim to do in this podcast is maybe garner some form of following. I won't really say following because I'm in no way superior and you're not going to follow me because that's just what stalkers do, and you're not a stalker, so I guess just create a very tight knitted community because I don't think podcast gets big anyways. So just a few people that we can bounce off thoughts. I think that would be remarkable and it will be pretty cool. And there's just some accomplishments that I hope to achieve with this channel and just like to share with you. So since I clearly have no listeners right now, which I've already established that like 5 times previously, I'll be using Askreddit to get some form of questions, sourcing my materials from there because I do not have any creative intent right now. And okay, I see the first question. Why are you single? So first of all, I just have to clear this off. This question is very presumptuous. Like, how do you even know I'm single? For all you know, I could be very, very taken, like so taken. Liam Neeson can't even save me. Like taken, like gone, like poof. Okay, fine, I'm single. I do not take affront to this question, regardless of how presumptuous it sounds. I guess relationship itself has 3 main factors as to whether one relationship succeeds or not, and the first definitely is looks, right? I mean, you can look like a troll and still find love. That's actually what love is, right? To be able to see things beyond the surface. But I guess there's some form of initial attraction that have to be there in the first place, and I won't say like super good looks, like decent looking. Like, just keep yourself neat and proper and you'll be appealing to most people. Okay, so looks is, for now at a young age, I think that looks is important for like the early stages in life because that's when you still have looks, right? But later on, it's more about your accomplishments that people dig. No one really cares whether you still look super good. Okay, actually they do, but it's not that much of a factor. But right now, I would say that factor is pretty strong for my age. The next factor would be whether there's commitment. I guess commitment is very important when it comes to a relationship because if someone who isn't committed is being paired with someone who's committed, that's just where all the problem arises, where one wants to experience life while the other one wants to settle down. And this is where conflicts happen. And this usually happens when it comes to I suppose people with different ages. Like someone who's young wants to explore, wants to have fun, as opposed to someone who's older who just wants to settle, especially when they have the financial stability to actually do something like that. So the third one I would say is trust. Trust is very, very important. Imagine like you can't trust someone, then that wouldn't be a relationship. That would just be wait, what would that even be? You're barely even friends at that point, right? If you can't even trust someone. So imagine, right, you don't trust your partner, and your partner goes out, and one day you just assume that she would fall in love with all your guy friends, especially like Zayn Malik, right? For example, like she falls down some stairs, boom, 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 and then Zayn Malik comes with a plaster and gives her some aid. And upon receiving that band-aid, they lock eyes. She fell in love. She leaves you. Wait. So like there's clearly no trust in that, because that will never happen, because Zayn Malik would not appear on stairs. He takes lifts like most people do. Okay, that's not the point. The point is trust is very, very important. So with taking into account 3 of those factors, I would have to attribute these 3 different factors onto myself and think, do I have good looks? Of course not, right? So, wow, that goes 1 out of 3. So the next one, do I have commitment? Probably not, because I like, to be honest, during your early 20s to your mid 30s is where you start grinding and work hard so that you can achieve something. Before 40, where you start to settle down and live your life however you want to live it, right? So to be able to be to establish such commitment to someone else instead of yourself is something that I don't believe that I can do for now. So there goes 2 out of 3. However, like that being said, there are some people, most people, okay, a high percentage of people can have a very, very good work-life balance and still accomplish having a relationship and establish themselves as someone that is going to be successful, right? But I just don't think I have, because that's just something personal, I guess. So there's nothing much. And when it comes to trust, okay, trust is very, very dependent on the variable, which is the partner. If your partner shows you that they are someone who can't be trusted, then there's really no point in diving in for it, right? And sometimes being too trusting can be a pro and a con at the same time. Like being too trusting can lead you to be taken advantage of, and maybe your partner cheats on you, right? And then you get so heartbroken, your heart quenches, wow, tears start trickling, you start eating ice cream for the next 1 month. Say you're going to the gym, but let's be real, it's too expensive and you're not gonna make the trip down there. So that's the con part of being too trusting. But on the other hand, right, conversely, if you're not trusting at all, then what's the point of a relationship? You might as well just be alone, do the things you want to do, and just don't really care about things, which is, to be honest, sounds like a pretty cool life, right? Okay. So, now that I have 2 out of 3 completely destroyed, and the last point, trust, being like iffy, I guess you have your answer, my friend, as to why I'm single.